What if I told you that the silver market just flashed one of its biggest warning signals of 2026? After weeks of explosive gains, silver suddenly pulled back, leaving investors asking one question: is this the start of a major crash, or the perfect buying opportunity? Stay with me, because today's market action could shape what happens next. Silver faced selling pressure as the US dollar strengthened and Treasury yields moved higher. When the dollar becomes stronger, precious metals often struggle because they become more expensive for international buyers. That was one of the biggest reasons behind today's weakness. But here's where the story gets interesting. Even though prices pulled back, many analysts believe the long-term outlook for silver remains strong. Industrial demand is still growing, especially from solar panels, electric vehicles, artificial intelligence infrastructure, and advanced electronics. These industries require large amounts of silver, and demand continues to increase year after year. Another major factor is the Federal Reserve. Investors are closely watching upcoming inflation and economic reports. If inflation stays elevated or the Fed signals future rate cuts, silver could quickly regain momentum as investors return to precious metals. Geopolitical uncertainty is also keeping safe haven demand alive. Whenever global tensions rise, many investors move part of their money into assets like gold and silver. That support could help limit any major downside in the market. Meanwhile, physical silver demand remains healthy in several regions. Tight supply and strong industrial consumption continue to create a supportive environment for prices over the long term, even if short-term volatility remains high. So what should investors watch next? First, keep an eye on US inflation data. Second, watch the strength of the US dollar. Third, monitor Treasury yields. These three factors will likely determine whether silver breaks higher again or experiences another correction. The biggest mistake investors often make is reacting emotionally to one red day. Silver has always been one of the most volatile precious metals, and sharp pullbacks are a normal part of long-term trends. Smart investors focus on the bigger picture instead of daily price swings. As we move deeper into 2026, the silver market remains at a critical turning point. A breakout above recent resistance could attract fresh buying, while continued dollar strength may keep prices under pressure for a while longer. Either way, the next few trading sessions could be extremely important. Outro. What do you think? Will silver rebound to new highs, or is a bigger correction coming? Share your prediction in the comments below. If you enjoyed this market update, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next silver market analysis. Before you make your next move in the silver market, there's one important thing you need to understand. The biggest opportunities often appear when fear is at its highest. Right now, many traders are focused on the recent price drop, but experienced investors are paying closer attention to what is happening behind the scenes. One of the strongest bullish signals is that industrial demand for silver continues to grow. Every new solar farm, electric vehicle, AI data center, and advanced electronic device requires silver because of its unmatched electrical conductivity. As governments and companies continue investing in clean energy and technology, the long-term demand for silver could remain strong. Another factor is the supply side. Silver production cannot increase overnight. Opening new mines takes years, and many existing mines are facing higher operating costs. If demand continues rising while supply grows slowly, the market could tighten even further, creating upward pressure on prices over time. Now let's talk about what professional traders are watching. If the US dollar starts weakening or Treasury yields begin falling, silver could attract fresh buying from institutional investors. On the other hand, if economic data remains stronger than expected, the Federal Reserve could keep interest rates higher for longer, which may create short-term pressure on precious metals. Volatility should not surprise anyone. Silver has a history of making powerful moves in both directions before establishing a clear trend. That's why many investors avoid making emotional decisions based on a single trading session. Instead, they focus on economic data, central bank policies, industrial demand, and overall market sentiment. Looking ahead, the next few weeks could be critical for the silver market. Inflation reports, employment data, and comments from Federal Reserve officials may trigger large price swings. These events often create opportunities, but they also increase risk. The key takeaway is simple: the silver story in 2026 is no longer driven only by safe haven buying. It is increasingly supported by real industrial demand, global technology growth, and the transition toward clean energy. While short-term corrections are possible, many analysts believe the long-term outlook remains constructive if these trends continue. So keep watching the market closely. The next major breakout, or the next buying opportunity, could arrive sooner than many investors expect. Outro. What's your prediction for silver's next move? Will it climb to new highs, or do you expect another correction first? Let us know in the comments. If you found this update helpful, like the video, subscribe, and stay tuned for the latest silver market news and analysis.